What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Speed Champion Too Fast, Too Furious Nissan Skyline GTR, the R34, and it also has a Paul Walker minifigure, which is the first time they've ever done that, which is actually pretty cool in my opinion. I do love all the Fast and Furious movies. Not all of them are great, but majority of them are pretty nostalgic in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and build this, and let's go ahead and get to it. This by far is the best speed champion up to date. The Nissan Skyline is such a great iconic vehicle, especially because of the Fast and Furious movies. And I do have a few R34s and Hot Wheels, which is like really not too much of a difference from this as far as display piece, but also Hot Wheels are a lot smaller. But for this, you get that nice experience of building a Lego set as well as an iconic vehicle with an iconic character. Now, this one is from Too Fast, Too Furious. You guys could see the quality, the detail, just the overall experience building this Lego set was amazing. I really do like it. But just because it looks great, I could talk about how well the experience was. There was some pros and cons to this Lego set. We're going to go ahead and go with the pros. So basically it's pretty accurate, honestly. If you guys can see the box art right here, this is the Lego version, and on the back you have a small image of what the R34 looks like, and realistically, they executed it really well, from the details, from the GTR printed piece in the front, from the stripes, from the decals that you have on the side. The rims are a nice shiny chrome. You got the big spoiler, which you could move it around, but essentially you want to keep it straight. You do have the Toyo tires on the back with the GTR logo, and as well as the Florida plates. The single exhaust is pretty nice. Them making it being right hand drive is an important detail that I'm glad they didn't miss. You also got the mirrors right here. Now, as far as display purposes, this is actually like a 10 out of 10 at display, as well as functionality. When it comes to this being a Lego set, it's a Speed Champion. It's literally just meant to move like this. It's a toy. I mean, it is what it is. It's a collector piece, but it's still, a Lego set. It's still a toy. It does its job. You can play around with it. Your kids will love building this, playing with it, breaking it down, building it right back up. Display is one to one. Some people may not like the whole experience of building a Lego set, but this by far for me was a great experience. I do like building the Speed Champions because each one is different, so it's not really repetitive, so which is also a good touch. Now, like another pro, like I said, is the added detail. So you do have the nitros tanks right here, as well as the shift knob. If you guys can actually see that, you do have some details of gauges right here in sticker form, as well as the standard, steering wheel. And also you do have like that, I think it's a Recario seat right there. You guys can see that pretty well. And also has this little bar on the back, so you guys could see that maybe, I think it's supposed to represent it being roll caged. But that added detail right there is pretty nice. And then when it comes to the minifigure, this executes the look for Paul Walker pretty well. Just a basic white t-shirt, gray pants, I guess, or gray legs. He has I don't know if this hairpiece is from a different figure. Maybe it could be from Star Lord. I'm not really sure. And he does have that nice print on the torso. You can see that even though it's a white plain t-shirt, they still added some detail. And you can also see that he does have somewhat of a beard or a 5 o'clock shadow. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have another face, So he does have a single face, which is not too bad, but I mean, it is what it is. Dual molded arms, you guys can see that, and some slight printing on the back. Overall, this is a basic minifigure, but it's still a nice one to have. Now, I do plan on building the other Fast and the Furious Lego set, which is Dawn's Challenger. So I'll probably do that in a later video. But look at this minifigure, man. This thing is sweet. Great addition to the collection. Now let's go back to the car. So without it having anything too crazy as far as flaws, a major flaw that I would say is the stickers. There is a lot of stickers, and there's a lot of chances of making a sticker look bad. If you guys can see that, so far I did like an 8 out of 10 as far as sticker placement. The only time I messed up was the front grill. You guys can see that. I mean, it's such a small piece when you take it apart. Look at that. Trying to get a sticker in there is really hard. I do have a method where I do use a brick separator in order to apply the stickers, which I'll probably do a separate video on that, or maybe I'll just include that in this. But I usually use a brick separator in order to put the stickers, but for this one it was a little bit tricky. I ended up messing it up, but it is what it is. So that's a really big con in my opinion. The sticker placement makes you get out of the whole experience. Like, I was building it was pretty nice, but the moment I got into the stickers, it kind of took me out of the experience, which, it is what it is. I'm really not too mad about it. I mean, it is a cheap set. I think this one prices at 25, I believe, because they were 20, and I think either during this set or the ones after they increased by 25. I'm not too sure. I can't remember the top of my head, but that's honestly my major con in my opinion. There's really nothing else other than maybe it showing a few studs here and there, and some of the techniques makes like this piece right here really loose, and does tend to fall every now and then. But overall, the structure is pretty strong. It being seamless like this on the side, is pretty good in my opinion. I love the added detail on the inside with the knobs, the chair, all that stuff is pretty dope. Now I do wish that the interior wise was printed and not stickered, just prevent you from causing any errors. But overall, I think it's such a great Lego set, great speed champion. I'll probably compare this one to the other ones that I have in a different video. But you guys let me know down in the comment section below, what do you guys think about this R34? And are you guys looking forward to more Fast and the Furious line vehicles, which hopefully they do? At least maybe 2 or 3 a year would be pretty dope. I think they could definitely, you know, go a couple years just building 2 or 3 in a row. But overall, it's pretty nice. Now, the only thing that I wish they would have been able to do, even though it's really not that serious, is maybe add an additional license plate. I know this is probably the one they had in the movie, but it would have been nice to just switch this out and maybe put something else, or maybe, I don't know, that alone, just a slight added detail. I mean, it already comes with so many stickers, so that's something that I would like, for them to have added. But overall, everything else, I think overall as a set, I would probably rate it like honestly like a 9.5 out of 10 in my opinion. Other than that, like, even though the stickers are annoying, every Lego set comes with stickers, so that's just one of those things that you kind of have to deal with. Now, whether some parts should be printed and some should be stickered, that's why I would probably not make this a 10 out of 10, but this is definitely a 9 to 9.5 out of 10 in my opinion. And you guys let me know down in the comment section below, did you guys pick up this R34? And if you did, what do you love about it and what do you hate about it? And I'll see you guys in the next video.